tidied up. I would force a polite smile, my hands tightening around the edge of the countertop. Of course, I'll take care of it, I'd respond, trying to keep the frustration out of my voice. Tom usually shrugged off his mother's comments. She just likes things a certain way. You know how it is, he'd tell me, dismissing it all too quickly. But it wasn't just about the dishes. It felt like nothing I did was right. One evening, while Tom and I were trying to enjoy a quiet dinner, his dad, Mr. White, dropped by unannounced. Watching your spending, I hope. Remember, it's Tom's money paying for all this, he commented nonchalantly as he looked over the spread on the table. I bit my lip, feeling the sting of his words. We're careful with our budget, I said, keeping my voice even. But the digs didn't stop there. Every chance they got, Tom's parents reminded me of my place. Just make sure you keep the house clean for Tom. He works so hard, he shouldn't have to worry about coming home to a mess, Mrs. White would say, her words laced with venom disguised as concern. And it wasn't just behind closed doors. Even in public, they had a way of belittling me. At a family gathering, I overheard Mrs. White talking to a relative. You know, Chloe doesn't earn much, pretty much lives off you, doesn't she, Tom? The interference from Tom's parents didn't stop at comments. They started acting like the house was theirs too. They'd come over, flop down on the sofa, and demand, Chloe, make us some coffee, will you? Or we're out of snacks. Could you run to the store? It was as if I had become less of a family member and more of a maid. And Tom, he had changed. He used to be caring and attentive, but now he joined in their laughter. One day, while folding laundry, he said, You do fold these all wrong, Chloe, just like my mom showed you, remember? His tone was light, but the criticism stung sharply. His parents laughed along with him, and Mr. White added, She's got to learn somehow. You can't baby her forever, Tom. The worst part was how Tom criticized everything about me, from the way I managed the house to my choice of clothes. You're going out in that? He'd ask, his look one of disapproval as he had my casual jeans and t-shirt. I felt like I was losing not just the battle to win over his parents, but also the man I thought I had married. The man who had once looked at me with love now scrutinized me with the same critical eyes as his parents. Each day grew harder, the atmosphere at home more suffocating. I started to dread waking up in the morning, knowing I'd face another day of veiled insults and open disdain. The stress of living under constant scrutiny and disdain had taken its toll on me. I began losing weight, my nights were restless, and my days were long battles with anxiety. It all came to a head one morning at work when I collapsed right there among the test tubes and beakers in my lab. I woke up in the hospital, the sterile white of the room blinding me at first. I felt a dull ache in my stomach, and my head was spinning as I tried to sit up. A nurse rushed over. Take it easy, Chloe. You gave us quite a scare, she said, helping me adjust the pillows behind my back. What happened? I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. You passed out at work. They brought you in with severe dehydration and stress-related symptoms, she explained, checking the IV drip that was hooked to my arm. I sighed, the reality of my situation settling in. The door to my room opened, and Lisa walked in, her face etched with concern. Chloe, I heard what happened. Are you okay? She rushed to my side, grabbing my hand. I guess I'm not, I replied, trying to muster a smile. This is ridiculous, Chloe. You can't go on like this, Lisa said, her voice stern, filled with worry. I knew she was right, but the thought of going back to that house, to face Tom and his parents again, filled me with dread. I just nodded, not trusting my voice. The next day, as I lay there flipping through a magazine, a man in a suit appeared at my doorway. Chloe Roberts? He asked, stepping into the room. Yes, that's me. Can I help you? I was puzzled. I didn't recognize him. I'm Mr. Harris, a notary. I have some unexpected news for you. You've been named as the sole heir to your great-uncle's estate. He passed away last month, and it seems you are to inherit $20 million, he announced, holding out a stack of documents. I blinked, sure that I had misheard him. I'm sorry, come again? Did you say $20 million? Yes, Miss Roberts, it's all here in the documents. Your great-uncle left everything to you, Mr. Harris confirmed, handing me the papers. I was in shock. But I barely knew him. Nevertheless, he remembered you. If you have any questions or need assistance with the inheritance process, I'm here to help, he offered. The news was overwhelming. As Mr. Harris left, my mind raced with the implications.